Hello, my lovely tarot transurfers and aliens on Earth. This is going to be a tarot reading for today, the 222, January 22nd, 222, and it's going to carry through to February 2nd, 222. So is that 8 days? 9? Somewhere between. So this is the 2 cycles, all the twos, and twos are about being able to clearly manifest and also co-create with other people that are clear manifestors here on this earth, the 111 plus the 111. And there's also a lot of erasing of loops and old karmic codes here and energies balancing themselves out so we can manifest brand new things in our universe. So we're going to go ahead, and this is our 222 manifestation reading. Really interesting. The Justice card 11, 1-1, which is also the 2 also. We'll talk about that in a second here. Crossing by the Queen of Cups. Beautiful receptivity. 5 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Wands. So many court cards here, which is beautiful because this is where we get our practical advices as to what we should be doing. So, of course, Justice being our major arcana, which is trumping everything, the main theme, right? This is just what I was talking about, balancing out those opposing energies, and they're going to fusing them together inside of ourselves in order to manifest, whether that's our light side and our dark side, our higher consciousness awareness and our daily ego awareness, right? This is also really important to remember that these energetic scales, this is a universal law, right? And that's why justice is so much incorporated with the law, like in the sense of Taoism, how the matrix runs, how the simulation runs. Like this is coded into the energy that the world itself, the universe itself, is going to balance itself out, whether that's in our personal lives and worlds, larger scale things, our life pathways, etc., right? So it's not necessarily a passive card. However, with this Queen of Cups here, and this is all the feels, this is the watery, queens represent water, cups represent water. Water is those emotions, those feelings, This is all about that receptivity. This is the purest element of water. Water coming over that justice thing. So, I would say right around here that if we start to, especially come out of the Cancer full moon, if we're feeling intensely to one way or the other, understanding and knowing, sitting with that, observing those feelings, right? Because in the Queen of Cups, she has her, her scrying cup, right? Where she stares into her cup, not necessarily out into the deep ocean of our subconscious and all these other feelings, right? And knowing that those feelings naturally are going to balance themselves out, right? So that's a really important reminder that we always take for ourselves, okay? Also, I feel like this is a reminder to be a conscientious observer of these, fluid, etheric, emotional energies on this plane, balancing themselves out and allowing karma to restore itself, because without needing to take, a motivating action, right? And just being that present observer and holding that space that will allow these laws to do their thing without our how would you say it, without our interference, right? That's what I was looking for. Okay, so now then coming up to and some more practical advices for us. Some of us are going to be going through it. This is a big card. This is Mars and Scorpio here, which is interesting because the Queen of Cups also represents a Scorpio card. A lot of Scorpio energy, death, transformation, digging deep to really find those like hidden feelings and working with them and not being afraid to be authentic and share them when the time is right, not needing to keep them all secret, right? But 5 of Cups are, more water. This is about recognizing what we've lost, recognizing what we still have, holding on to emotion-wise. Usually with all 5s, that chaos number magic, this is change, right? So this is changing in our emotions. So we might be feeling some of these things. So it's really important for anyone who's experiencing any sense of like grief or loss or holding on, or a difficulty letting go, or maybe we've even already let go and are still just kind of focused on that running. That, again, a reminder that because of that universal law of justice, that balancing, that the 5 will move to the 6 of Cups. This is really a happy emotional state, right? And the 4 of Cups is kind of like a malaise. So it's like somewhere in between here. So it's like things that weren't working for us emotionally have already, or are in the process of, literally just being naturally taken away, absorbed in by the earth. The big message of the 5 of Cups is, not to focus on maybe what we have lost, but to focus on, what we still have emotionally, our friends, supports, passions, etc., things of such nature. But this is a transformative process, right? And it's beautiful because these 2 knights, which are mutable, kind of show up to give us some like guidance towards that. So like when the Knight of Pentacles comes after here, to understand that, like, right, this is, again, just a process. The Knight on the earth plane, Pentacles, this is the Virgo card. This is about making a slow progress forward. That the earth plane itself, where, quantumly or karmically, these energies could balance really quick, but when we have the actual manifestation here on the physical, the earth runs itself by its natural cycle. So that will naturally come about too, including with our emotions and like our emotional development, right? So really important for anyone that's like kind of feeling that, or feeling that emotional change, or experiencing any of those kind of senses of like that, emotional loss or heartbreak, or hanging on to, or reflecting on the past. Like, really, now is the time to let go and to move forward by focusing on, what, for the Knight of Pentacles, this is planting the seed for what we want to manifest. And then we get this really cool Knight of Wands, also Sagittarius card, giving us the boost, that is the fixed part of fire. No, I'm sorry, the mutable part of fire. Right. So it's even more flexibility. So here at the end of all this, as we kind of pick our goal, and this would be a really practical goal. So this might really help us for like, what type of seed do we want to develop for ourselves? What do we want our lives to look like right now? What do we want to use that 222 energy to manifest, right? We don't have to manifest it. We don't have to really do anything, but we do have to kind of take a bit of action to head us down that particular lifeline, right? Or in alignment with that lifeline, right? Planting the seed, right? And then, of course, with the seed is the water of the Queen of Cups, and the sun, the fire of the Sag is going to help grow this thing in the spring. But, Sagittarius with the Knight of Wands, to me, this is the biggest card of self-expression. And it makes a lot of sense. So I feel like with all these cards here, it's really talking about moving forward with your own authenticity and your own self-expression, to remember these things that emotion that we have to let go of is because they've been hindering us. And it's not even necessarily, we might have felt like we made a choice, or someone else made a choice, or life made a choice. But no, this is all preordained, part to your highest soul path, because of these, like, your past life, your future life, north node, south node energies, everything balancing by a natural progression. And so just be a soft, emotional observer for yourself. Watch this process unfold, and have, maybe that clear goal of intent. Also being patient with the earth matrix, knowing that it's doing what it does on its own timeline, on its own accord, in accordance to its own rules. And of course, with the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, like, have fun, play with your self-expression. If you're feeling these things, if you're going through it, don't be afraid to share that. Show that. If you're feeling really happy or feeling inspired, even if it's just for a minute or for a day, or because you're planting that seed, or because there's a new project, or because there's something that's really interesting to you, don't be afraid to hold your frequency where it is, versus lowering it down for your energetic environment. Okay, it's okay to not be an energetic match right now, because that is also part of that justice card, the natural progress. I just think it's fascinating here with the major, like I said, justice, the 11, the 1-1, which 11 is an angel manifesting number, but then the 1-1 plus the 2, that adds for our 2-2-2-2-2-2-2 reading. So there you have it, y'all, and blessings.